Hi, I'm Lindsay and I'm the dyer of Sprinkle Fibers.
I'm Marci and I'm her mom.
And before we get started, here are some highlights since the last time we saw you. Spend the day with me at a photo shoot. So I woke up bright and early at 6 and headed down to Beverly Hills where I was shooting for the designer Kevin Hall. I went to a casting for the shoot the day before and I ended up booking it. We did some glam and that was my hair and makeup for the day. Then we got straight into shooting. That was my first outfit and today was mainly focused on shooting e-com for all of his new designs. We shot a ton of different looks today. Some of these are his runway pieces and these are some of the pictures. And then afterwards I headed to Blue Bottle, which was right next door. I got this fire breakfast sandwich and drove home in 2 hours of traffic. Okay, so we haven't seen you guys in a while because we haven't really had time to film because we've been so busy with all of our advent packaging. We have been packaging for hours and days over here. So, but we finally have gotten them all shipped out. So that's exciting and relieving.
Yeah, it was a lot. Between working, I work full-time. She basically works full-time between school and all of her modeling. And then, you know, on the weekends we were doing it. At night we were doing it. So she did all the dyeing and skeining over the last, I would say, 6 months since May. And, you know, she skeined probably over 2,800. We think about 2,800 minis and full skeins between all the colors. 24. Everybody gets 24 minis and then you get a full skein. So she skeined all of that over the last 6 months and then by hand. She doesn't have one of those handy little skeining machines that we see others have, which look so nice. And then we laid everything, and we can't really show you because we want to keep the colors a surprise, but we laid everything out on the table, tried to take some pictures. The piles were like this high, and then right at the end after we got the pictures, they collapsed. So, but we're done. We have one more that needs to go to Canada. and then a couple that are just going to go out at the end of the month when it's better for the person that's receiving it. So otherwise, we're all set, which is such a relief because now we can just, you know, whew, get ready for Thanksgiving, get ready for someone's big birthday. Lindsay turns 21 soon on the 26th. And then we have to quick decorate for Christmas so that we can celebrate Vlogmas.
Yes.
So, and also we wanted to let you know a couple of things about your Advent. So everybody so far, thank you so much for sending all your messages, letting us know that the candle arrived safely. So far, not one candle has arrived cracked, melted, or, you know, in any way damaged. A box, we did hear about one box that was literally crushed in the area that the candle was in, but somehow the candle came out fine. So if you're international, instead of a candle, we sent you something soft. So it's softer, lighter weight for shipping, and then it's also equal value. Also, check your t-shirts because so far everyone's gotten the t-shirt size that they did order. No problems with that so far, but we definitely want you to check because we did buy a couple extras, not that many, but we did buy them in case for some reason we mismatched. But I think we sent out the correct t-shirt sizes because the ones that we have left over are the ones we thought we would have left over. So the full skein is for your Christmas day. You'll open that on your Christmas day, and it will be the border of your shawl. So if you open up your box, when you receive it, check your candle, check your t-shirt size. Don't open your full skein yet. And then when you open up the box, within the box, it will have your pattern inside. And the picture on the pattern is not the colors of the Advent. So that is still going to be a surprise. So Lindsay made that, so Beth McDonaldstone, who we love, she designed the shawl. So we asked her, months ago if she would design a shawl for our Advent, and she was so kind to do that. And she named it Sprinkled Snowflake. So she sent the pattern to Lindsay. Lindsay used all stash and knitted it up. And then that is the picture of the stash sample. So some of you have asked, are those the colors of the Advent? You know, and no, we don't want you to see that until, you know, each day you get to open your colors and be surprised. So, anything else we wanted to tell them? It's going to be so fun. Each day open your mini, add to your shawl if you're making the Sprinkled Snowflake shawl, which turned out really pretty. Lindsay's shawl was beautiful. I love it. I'll definitely be wearing it. And let's see, if you have any trouble with the pattern, I think you just email Beth McDonaldstone. I think that's the easiest way. I think she prefers email over you messaging her on Instagram. But she's very helpful. And do you have any tips about the shawl since you made it? You made it a while ago.
I can't even remember.
Like anything
I feel like
they need
the
to know?
beginning was like a little tricky maybe.
Okay.
But once you get past that, I think it's fine. You'll start to recognize like the patterns that it's making. And by the end, I was able to just sort of like mindlessly do it because you can see, it's really easy to see like what the pattern's making.
Okay. How about, wasn't there something about the chart, like in the beginning you read it, you have to read it a certain, do you remember anything with that you could share? You
have to read it a certain way, but I don't remember how.
Okay. She's going to make the shawl again using her Advent and follow, you know, each day. So if you have questions, since she's doing it for the second time, you can probably also message her and she can probably answer it if it's something easy. If it's something really technical, you might want to ask Beth because she's the designer and the expert on this shawl. Yeah, so that's about it. We haven't seen you all of November, but we also had a big Christmas kit. So we made the kits, they all sold out. And so I talked to Lindsay into making more, and she committed to making double what she, committed to. And still we have people that are on a wish list. So we're probably not going to get to the wish list, unfortunately, because we still have a few other things, and we're going to talk about that later. So, but anyways, if you have any questions about the Christmas sweater, let me grab that real quick. So this was the Christmas sweater, and hopefully you, everybody got their kit. But if you have any questions about it, it's a super, really basic, great pattern. So I use the pattern Metropolis by Tanis Fiber Arts. And let me show this to you. So it's a very basic, I would say, kind of chunky weight sweater. And I loved it. I just wanted to use something that would be a kind of a chunky weight. I don't like turtlenecks on myself because, I feel like someone's choking me. So I took off the turtleneck, and then I also didn't make the ribbing on the cuff and at the hem as long. I made my ribbing kind of a little bit shorter, but it is a cute idea if you want to make the ribbing. But my ribbing is just kind of like, a normal cuff size, and then the hem is about it's the red down at the bottom. So if you have any questions once you get started, there's probably about, I would say, 100 of you making this sweater now. I don't know, a good amount. So if you have any questions, some of you have already split for sleeves, you're already, going. If for some reason, one of our friends said she might run out of yarn, if that happens, let us know, because we could possibly, squeeze it in, but it would be really close to Christmas by the time we could get to it, because before Christmas we have a couple of other things we're going to try to work in there. So
yeah.
Anything to add? Okay.
Okay, so next we're going to be talking about our faux. So I'm the only one who has a faux this week for once.
Yay!
And so I finished my Embossy shawl.
Woo!
This is it.
Gorgeous.
Yes, it turned out so pretty.
I love it.
This shawl is by Lupton from Boho Chic Fiber Company. So
beautiful.
This is the shawl up close. It has a really cute picot border, and as you can see, every section is different. So this was definitely a fun one to make, and it turned out to be a pretty nice size. We just blocked it.
Yeah, really pretty. Show them the picots at the end because we worked so hard to pin them.
So those are little picots. So you start off from the top right here. So this is the first section, and then I'll just show you section by section. But in between each pink spot, we do a little section of eyelets, and I just used a natural color for that because I wanted this shawl to be sort of simple colors, so that way you would really be able to see all the detail that it has. But this shawl, normally you knit it in worsted weight, and I did mine in DK just because I wanted it to be a little bit lighter, and I just prefer DK usually. But we will be selling kits for this probably in the springtime, right?
Maybe early
spring.
New Year?
Yeah, maybe for Valentine's or something.
Yeah.
So our kits will be sold in DK, which is what I made it in, and we'll definitely be doing these colors for sure. Because they're perfect for spring and Valentine's.
So pretty.
And then maybe we'll make a few other color combos, but I really like this one. And
love it.
Yeah, I would say this is a pretty easy pattern if you're looking to learn more stitches and learn how to do new things, because a lot of these things I didn't even know how to do, but it's super easy to follow her pattern. She tells you exactly how to do each stitch and everything, so it was a fun one to do for sure.
And did you find it to be like beginner, intermediate, just so they know.
Yeah, probably like beginner to intermediate.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you follow a chart, or is there, are both available? Chart and words?
I did the words, but
okay.
I'm not sure if she has a chart.
I'm sort of surprised because you
Yeah.
don't really like to have to follow step by step.
I know.
And she was, it was perfect because she's watching hours of videos for school, and she would watch that and then sit in there and happily knit. So it worked out perfect. And I've had this in my queue, on my Ravelry queue, for a long time. And so sometimes she'll say, you know, okay, when she finished the Advent shawl, she was like, if you want me to knit something before Advent starts, I'm available. And I was like, okay. So Embossy came alive, and I love it. It is so, this is just so like romantic and just so cute. It's beautiful, and I love all the different stitches, and they came out really nice because of, you know, more of a tonal, the tonal pink. So yeah, I think we could make super cute, like maybe little Valentine's Day kits or something. We'll start thinking about that in the new year and let you know. There'll be an update. Stay tuned. Okay, so next we'll talk about our whips. Lindsay, what's your next whip?
I don't know. Well, my mom gave me a pattern that she has also been wanting me to make, but I haven't started it yet because I've been working so much. So
Yeah.
I wound the skeins, but I honestly might just wait to knit it until after I finish the Advent shawl, which I should probably like get a head start on, right? Or no?
No, you have to do it with Vlogmas. You have to do one each day. You're gonna open your skein and then you're gonna knit that. She doesn't know how it works, apparently. I'm gonna have to go over it with her. Yeah, you can't get ahead. That's not fair. You have to stay on track with everyone else. In the morning, you're gonna get your, you know, your skein, you're gonna open it, and then you're gonna knit that day.
I was planning on getting ahead. I like to get ahead in everything, in school, in
Life.
work, and life.
Definitely. She's a very like go-getter and not a procrastinator, so she likes to be ahead so she feels, you know. And just a little fun fact, she will, if she's getting, okay, first of all, she's never gotten a B in her whole life since kindergarten. And, you know, I mean, she takes like all through high school, she took AP classes and all of that. But then in college, she's still like bound and determined to not get a B. And so even if in college, somehow she has more than a 4.0 right now, we still don't even know why. I guess maybe the A+ caused it. So she will literally, even if she's getting like a 98, 99, she'll still do the extra credit. And I'm like, you're fine, you don't need to. But I mean, I'm not going to complain because she's a very hardworking student. So between that and everything else she does, if she wants to get ahead in life. Okay, so I'll talk about my whip, which I'm really hoping to be finished with before Vlogmas starts. So I got to get going on it. But Advent really took it out of us. We couldn't even, you know, like by the time we would sit down at night, we were just like, you know, the thought of touching more yarn was too much. So I'm working on my Go Go Dynamo, which is the WESTKNITS Mystery Knit Along, and it's finished. So I can show you this without any kind of spoiler alert. But remember my colors, so I kind of grouped them together right here. They're kind of like these. Okay, so I have these pops right here, and then I have these kind of like lighter ones up here. So those are my colors. You only needed 2, but I love, you know, having more than just 2 in a shawl. So I started off with, I was gonna just do these 2, and then I was like, oh my goodness, wouldn't this and this look so good together? Like, you know, if you're gonna go big, go really big and bright. Is that a thing? And then after that, after I had these 3, I was like, oh, well, this would look really cute together in some of the sections, and you know, so it just kind of grew. And I'm not even done yet, so who knows what else might happen. But so far I finished clue 1, 2, and 3, and now I'm on the last clue. So remember how it started? It was the little half circles with the welts. That's what started it. Then you group, you know, you attach them together. So I have 4 half circles, 3 half circles, and then you attach them together using the stripes. And then the next clue was this whole pink and white section, the pink and the lighter colored section, and that I chose to do brioche. So I wanted to do the brioche because I loved a brioche. If the whole shawl was brioche, I'd be happy. I'm one of those weird people. And then clue 3 were these cute little sort of like upside down triangles. Well, some of them are right side up, I guess. But look how cute that is with the little, you know, they kind of like flow together. I don't know what the word would be. And then, and it's really long. So this is it so far. And then next is clue 4, which I think clue 4, I add something to the top. So I think this is the bottom section, and then I'm going to add something to the top. So we'll see how that goes. I'm hoping to get it done over Thanksgiving break, and because I'm hoping Thanksgiving break will actually be kind of a break. And then that way I can start on my new project on Advent, which is the start of Advent, which would be December 1st. As well, I want to also try each day to keep up with the Tellybeans. So just kind of like a quick little surprise in there, Lindsay made Tellybean kits. Stephanie from Tellybeans, she always has done a Halloween mystery knit along, and this year she decided to do a Christmas. Okay, so every year she does a cute little mystery knit along for Halloween, and if you remember, this was my Halloween one, which I tried to make it, well, first of all, I was going to use the kit that Lindsay made, but we accidentally sold my kit. So I tried to make it out of colors that I thought, you know, more fall, and then of course I have to add some pops. So I made mine with that kind of like neon coralish pop. But that was her Halloween mystery knit along, and now she's going to do a Christmas, and this is her first year. And if you've ever done one of her mystery knit alongs, she is amazing with them. Like every day you'll receive an email, you'll get the background story for that section, and it's going to be kind of like that. It's going to be a cowl that kind of hangs down into a little handkerchief style, and she's really great at explaining with, you know, techniques or different things like that, and she'll have videos available and just everything. Her marketing is so cute, like her pictures, and we've already seen the end product, and it's super cute. So Lindsay made these cute little kits, and some of you were able to get one. So that was the kit, and it's 10 minis. And she used, do you want to hold them up for them? She used sparkle.
Okay, so in the kit, these were the colors we did. So 2 mint, 2 gingerbread, 2 of the dark green, and then 1 pink and red.
And then 2 white.
And 2 white. But we don't have those right now.
Yeah. So, yeah, so she made those really kind of last minute. We didn't even get to talk about it on a video because we weren't going to be able to get it out to you before Stephanie launched her mystery knit along, which was on November 13th. And so, unfortunately, everything sold out, but we saved one. So this one is available. This is our last one, and Lindsay, she dyed all of those up and then skeined them, and then we added just a cute little hot cocoa stick for you guys. So if you want the last one, message us, and then we'll shoot that right out to you, because you need to have it for December 1st all ready to go. So December's gonna be really busy. I'm gonna do my Tellybeans mystery knit along. I'm gonna do my Advent project, whatever it is. Lindsay's gonna work on her Advent sprinkled snowflake shawl using the Advent, and we're gonna try to do Vlogmas. So we're just like, ah! And you know what happens, what I've noticed when anybody does Vlogmas, which I'm really hoping doesn't happen to us, everybody gets so sick. Literally, I think like last year, everybody on their Vlogmas got sick, except maybe a couple of them. Like I don't remember if Christina from Chelsea Yarns.
We're definitely getting sick.
I don't think she got sick, but everybody else seemed to get sick. So
I'm a very sickly person.
Yeah, if anyone in the house gets a cold, she will get it too. Now, if I get sick, she'll get it, but Lily won't. If Lily gets sick, I won't get it, but she will. If she gets sick, Lily and I usually won't get it. So no matter what, she's always the one that gets sick. And I think it's just because she's like, what is it? I mean, just so busy. Just so busy, and you know. We have our front, out. We've been doing our backyard since last February, redoing it, like major reconstruction. Digging a whole drainage system, and then, you know, all kinds of hardscape and everything, and it's taken a long time, but it's almost finished. Like, all they're doing is finishing up the green, the planting and the drip system. But now they've moved into the front yard, and it's just making this little one crazy. As you can see right now, she's staring at our front door. So I can kind of hear them like doing something out there. Hopefully you can't hear it. And she's worked up in her sweater.
In her Christmas sweater.
Yeah. So in her Christmas sweater that's inside out. So Bunny is extremely like, she doesn't really like sweaters on that are itchy. And, you know, I don't know why, I was just telling Lindsay this, like Christmas or any kind of dog sweaters, they always put those seams on the inside, and then that's what bothers them. So they need to make like just a seamless tube, and then, you know, have little armholes. But anyways, so she wears her sweaters inside out. But she still likes them. But when you're 4 pounds, you need the extra warmth. So that's the plan for the Tellybeans. And then also, that's my update on my whip.
Love. Okay, so next we're going to talk about Flower of the Month. So you should have all received your November skein by now. And if you don't remember, this was the inspo pick for this month. It's the Lily of the Valley. Super cute. So this is what the skein looks like. Let's see. Here's one. So it was sort of like a halvesy skein, and it was white and it faded to mint, and then right in the middle it has all these like really pretty like green and sort of like bluish speckles. And then of course we have like our little watercolor tag that we always do. So yeah, that was the November skein. And we got all of your orders for those of you who wanted the add-on for this quarter, which was this sweatshirt that we're both wearing. It says Flower of the Month Club 2024 Sprinkled Fibers. So if you ordered that, that will be coming with your December skein, which will be dying very soon, probably tomorrow.
For sure.
Yeah. And as a surprise, we do have 4 skeins of this month's Flower of the Month color.
Perfect for Christmas.
Yes. So if you would like to purchase any of these, you can message us at Sprinkled Fibers. So don't forget, hold on, help me. We have 2 surprises if you want either one of these.
Let us know. And then also I wanted to just say some of you have received your Advent but have not received this, and that is because Advent went out in 2-day shipping boxes.
Yeah.
So those came, I mean, you guys received those right away. This takes a little bit longer because it just goes out regular shipping, like just, you know, I think it's like 5 to 7 business days or something. So because we have it go out the most economical. So this might get there a little bit after Advent, but it's coming. And then the other thing I was going to mention to you is I can't even show you my anthology throw because I've been so busy packaging Advents. I need to catch up. So I haven't even skeined mine or added it to my anthology throw. So hopefully for the next video, I'll have that done. I got to get on that probably tonight. I'll do it tonight and I'll watch Dancing with the Stars. I have to catch up on those too.
Okay, so second to last thing. So next week is my birthday, and I'm turning 21. So usually every year on my birthday, I'll sell like a birthday skein. So I'll make like one colorway, and then we'll make a couple and sell it on my birthday. So we will be doing that this year, and I thought it'd be fun to show you like my inspiration. So my inspo for the birthday skein that I'm gonna be dyeing today actually is my birthday dress.
Wow.
So I think I showed this on here before, like a few months ago, but I thrifted this dress like at one of the markets that we go to down by the beach.
This like vintage market,
so,
yeah.
This is the dress. It's a really pretty turquoise color, and it has all of this hand beading.
Stop.
And all of these like sequin flowers all over it. So it's super pretty, and it's like flowy at the bottom. So I'm gonna be wearing this out probably for my birthday dinner. Anyway, so my birthday skein will like sort of be inspired by these colors. And so we're gonna be selling that on my birthday, which is the 26th. Tuesday the 26th. And we'll show you a picture of the birthday skein once it's all dyed up. And we're also going to be, I just made it today, I designed like a little sticker that says knitter. So that will be sold with this skein as well, right?
Yes, so it's going to be like a little package, like you can get one or however many of the birthday skeins you want, and then it comes with the sticker. And the reason why we made this sticker is I've always wanted a sticker that said knitter, and then several of you have asked, can you please make a knitter sticker? So it's just something I guess we all want. Like, you know, a lot of people put their sport or whatever, and our sport is knitting. So it's really cute. We don't have a picture of it because she just designed it and we just ordered it today. So we'll have a picture of that with the skein.
But it'll be pink and I think mint, and it's gonna be a sparkly sticker, and it's gonna be pretty big, like a 8x3 I think. So we'll see. I haven't gotten the proof for it yet, but
yeah.
So that'll be coming up, and all of my birthday skeins and like the sort of kit thing will be sold at 9:30 a.m. PST on Tuesday the 26th.
On her actual birthday. So message us. We'll try to show you some pictures of everything before that, and then just message us that morning if you want a birthday skein.
Okay, so I think that's it for today's video. The next time we will see you will be December 1st for Vlogmas.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that. We're going to be vlogging every single day, so the 1st to the 25th, Christmas. And we're just going to be doing short little bits about like our day. I'm not really sure what we're going to be doing every day, but depending on what it is, we're going to be vlogging it. I know I'm going on a trip like in December, so I'll probably be vlogging that, and then my mom will be vlogging back at home. And we're just gonna show you all the little Christmas activities we do.
baking.
Maybe, yeah, baking, shopping. When I go on shoots, we're gonna be opening all of our advent calendars that we have that are yarn, and we have like some makeup ones. I know my mom has Anthropology.
Yeah. And then we'll also show like if we're crafting, some little craft ideas because we love to craft. And then just like any little things that we do. So hopefully it won't be too boring, and they're just going to be short. So you should be able to just watch them, you know, like a quick little thing at night, and, you know, get you in the Christmas spirit. And then also we'll just be showing, you know, our Advent and then our whips each day, how we're doing on all of those. So speaking of Advent, do you want to tell them? So we have one extra Advent, which really never happens. So we tried this was for a customer who lives in the UK, and we had a lot of international customers this year. So it was kind of stressful, because the shipping for international, for some reason, if we shipped it in this box, it was like $86 or something like that to ship. And if we wrapped it in brown paper, it was like half, $42 or something. And so, so the international customers, you're getting yours wrapped in brown paper, and it just really saves on shipping. But one customer was not able to work out. Her PayPal was just like, you know, glitching, and she couldn't get it to work out. And then life happened. So anyways, so we have one extra. If you are interested, please message us right away, and then we can give you all the details. And we can probably get it to you before December 1st if you message us right away. So we're filming this on Tuesday. We are hoping we'll get this up to you by Wednesday or Thursday this week. So that way you'll have all of this information before the Thanksgiving time. So let us know if you're interested.
Okay, well, I think that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any questions, feel free to message us at Sprinkled Fibers or comment down below. And we hope you all have a very happy Thanksgiving, and we will see you December 1st for Vlogmas. Bye!
Bye.
And no.
No. No.